All right, Shalom. First and foremost, we want to give all praise, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Chakwa Double honors to the elder apostles, great millstone. Salutations and much love to Yakim out there pushing out this word and truth and sincerity. And the brothers here from Tampa, Florida. And we're just going to do a, open forum, Lord, as well as edifying to the elect. So go ahead, brother. Let me see if I can pull the article up on the computer.
All right. It says, you got it?
Yeah, go ahead. I'll pull it up in a second.
Okay. All right. It says, what diplomacy? Here are 36 countries the U.S. has bullied this week.
Damn.
And anytime you any brother want to speak on it as I'm reading it, feel free. All right. It says, it's been a busy few days for American diplomacy, with 36 nations ending up at the receiving end of threats, ultimatums, and sanctions this week alone. And it's only Friday. All right, so this was like the brother said a couple of days ago. It says Mexico is the latest target, slapped with 5% tariffs on each and every export, gradually increasing to 25% until it stops the flow of Latin American migrants into the U.S. All right, so as the article said, 36 countries have been bullied by the U.S., man. All right, and that go into Isaiah the 14th chapter. All right, the hammer of the whole earth. All right, somebody want to get that, and it says, with 36 nations ending up at the receiving end, with ultimatums and sanctions. Hey, either you do this or, they get threats, man. So those are ultimatums, right? It said Mexico was the latest target, all right, and they want Mexico to stop the fluctuation of Issachar coming in, and a lot of those so-called Issacharites are coming from what it is, Venezuela. If you really go into that, a lot of them are coming from Venezuela. Because America has undermined the economy, all right, of the Venezuelans, and now you got a fluctuation of so-called migrants coming up here to the Americas, man. All right. So it says, thus fulfilling one of the President Donald Trump election promises. Most of those migrants aren't even from Mexico. See, that's the spirit. As I said, most of them aren't even from Mexico. On the other side of the world, India is reportedly about to be forced to face a choice: ditch the purchase of Russian S-400 air defense systems, or face sanctions under the Countering America's Adversaries through Sanctions Act. All right, Washington goes to Cooperation Enforcement Instrument. All right, so even India, all right, India is seeking to buy the Russian S-400 air defense systems. All right, and they're facing sanctions as well. All right, so a lot of countries are headed towards those S-400 systems, and as you can see just from the intro, all right, of this article, countries are being targeted. America just being that bully, as the scriptures say. Y'all got a precept?
Yeah.
You want with the hammer there?
Jim.
Yeah. All right. Is you had something, on?
No, I was just quoting the scripture.
This is Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 23. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut? Start up. You got. Yes, like 22 sound. Yes. Sorry. Right. Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 22. A sound of battle is in the land, and of great destruction. And as you can hear, all right, that sound of battle is in the land, because what needed for India to buy S-400 systems? All right, and then even the next paragraph, it says Turkey is facing the similar consequences, because they also are seeking to buy S-400 systems. All right, from Russia. So that sound of battle is in the land, man. These countries, as the scripture the brother just quoted, let the weak say I'm strong. So that's what they're doing. They taking all their money, right, and putting it into their military budget. Okay, they clearly see it's a time for war, and that's the scripture say. The Lord pretty much control the heart of the king. Yeah. All right.
Oh, Proverbs 21.
Yeah, Proverbs 21. You can get that real quick, Proverbs. You know?
Now, this is the book of Proverbs, chapter 21, verse 1. And it reads, Proverbs 21:1. The king's heart is in the hand of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will.
So the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. The scriptures say the Lord mustered the hosts of the battle, man. All right? So the Lord is putting in the minds, because the Lord say his determination is to gather the nations so he can pour upon them his full indignation, man.
That's right.
All right? So that's the determination of the Lord. All right? Prepare war, wake up the mighty men. All right? And really get the face of that king's heart is Russia, man. All right, because Russia is going to be that main, exactly. That Russia is going to be that main adversary to America. That's pretty much going to lead for that great destruction. All right, according to Ezekiel 38 chapter. All right, that king's heart. All right, straight on Ezekiel 38 chapter. Gog and Magog, man. The Lord has pretty much put the spirit, all right, on Putin, all right. Because what the S-400, who that's from? That's from Russia. All right, so Russia, as scripture says, Ezekiel 38, we can actually hold that on deck too. All right, be thou a guard unto them. Okay, so it says, Turkey. Wait, is more on that? Yeah, go ahead, Slide.
It's Jeremiah chapter 50, and verse 23. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How is Babylon become a desolation among the nations?
That's it.
Yeah. 24. All right. This is 24. I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon.
Yep, because through that pride, what's that snare? That pride, because what? As you can see, all right, you see on certain maps, all right, just do a quick Google search, type in Iran, surrounded by military bases, all right, and you'll see a whole bunch of U.S. flags surrounding Iran. All right, so that's that snare that the Lord is laid for them, man. Through their pride, they're gonna go into Iran, and then that's gonna bring forth their destruction, man. Ultimately, all right. When they declare war on Iran, all right. That's when those missiles gonna rain on. Before all that, the RFID chip got to come into place. But that's the last target, all right, is Iran. So that's that snare, It says Turkey is facing a similar ultimatum. Abandon S-400s, something Ankara has repeatedly refused to do, all right, or lose access to the F-35 fighter jet program. This threat was repeated on Thursday by Catherine Wilbarger, U.S. Acting Assistant Secretary of Defense for International Security Affairs. Ankara has already invested some $1.25 billion into the super expensive American fighter, but with a lot of its parts being made in Turkey, it also that's beautiful. It says it's still an open question who will be the bigger loser. So that's beautiful, man. Here it is. They're threatening Turkey about buying the Russian S-400 missile air defense system, or they're gonna be out of the F-35 fighter jets. But it says when a lot of the parts are being made in Turkey. So that goes to show you the pride and the America straight up being a bully, man. So it's like, as the article said, it says who's gonna be the bigger loser. Okay, just like the same thing going on in China, all right? The precious earth metals, all right, which is used for military equipment to make military weapons. China say they gonna cut the U.S. off from those precious earth metals, man. All right. So this is pride, man. America needs all these countries, but a lot of their parts are being made in all these other countries. But here it is, they trying to call shots and give countries ultimatums. And like, hold on, these countries sitting back, like, hold on, these materials or these weapons, all right, partially of that is made in our country.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, what are you doing? What are you talking about? But that's the pride. The so-called white man, Esau Edom. All right, he thinks that he can do that. Okay. You got another precept?
I got one.
You got one more?
Yeah, real quick. This is Habakkuk chapter 2, and I'm gonna get straight to the point. It says verse 5, Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 5. It says, yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people, man. And going into what the brother's talking about, what that article was bringing out, America, America isn't staying in their own property, man. They ain't staying in their own country, man. They're going out to these other countries. All right, they're trying to tell the countries how to dictate their government. Okay, and that's basically what Esau has been doing since the time that he came into power, man. During the Greek Empire, man. He started going to these other nations and telling them how they're going to run their company, man, or how they're going to run their country.
Con. Hey, and that's perfect, man.
And just to pinpoint something that you said that is the pride of these people. It said in verse 5 at the top, it said, yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man. And Esau is the proudest of these damn devils. That's why he's going around acting like he's the big bully, man. Okay, because he's proud as all can be, man. He feels like he's above everybody else when really he's the basis of men. And here it is, you have the basis of men trying to rule the world, man, and it's just not going to work. And we see that happening, man, because these other nations are like, yo, like this shit don't make no sense what this devil's doing, man. Like, what is this guy talking about? Because this is the basis of men. This is the most stupidest person on the planet Earth trying to tell you how to run your country, man. And it's gotten to the point to where these other nations are now looking at each other like, what is this dude talking about, man? This dude's losing his mind. And that's the point that we're at in history right now.
All right. Hey, because as a brother said, hey, these nations not afraid. They ain't afraid of America no more.
Let the weak say I'm strong.
Exactly. Hey, that U.S. hegemony is beginning to end, man. All right. So next country is Cuba. America been beefing with Cuba for a while. All right. Certain things from Cuba over here was illegal, like Cuban cigars, etc. All right. Then you had the Cuban Missile Crisis when Russia had they shit down there in the land of Cuba. All right, missiles down there. So it says the rediscovered scapegoat of the Trump administration's newfound anti-socialist drive is being called out for supporting Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro. So the Cuban president is helping Nicolas Maduro, the president of Venezuela. All right, and America is calling them out on it, man. All right. So it says on this Thursday, visited Canada, U.S. President Mike Pence said Ottawa must stop Havana's Belgian influence on Kyrgyz's affairs, despite Prime Minister Justin Trudeau's meek objections that it could play a positive role in settling the crisis in there. So here it is. Cuba's trying to help the situation, but they being told to stop. You want to know why they being told to stop? Because America is destroying Venezuela, man. All right, here it is. You got a country that's hand in hand willing to help America. I mean, it's like Venezuela, and then America tells them, hey, they need to stop meddling and stop doing what they're doing. Well, here it is. They're trying to help them, man. Goes to show you, like, all these blackouts over there in Venezuela, that's America just hitting the power grid over there. All right? That's America. You want to know why they did a power grid hit? Because what the Venezuelans was doing was they was using electric currency, like something like Bitcoin, right? And they were still bypassing the U.S. sanctions and still selling the oil through the electric currency, man. All right? I think it's called cryptocurrency, if I'm not mistaken. All right? They were still using the internet, all right, to still sell their oil, man. Cryptocurrency, because the U.S. can cut you. The U.S. can cut you off from the global market because why? The U.S. dollar is the standard and is what's used for international transactions, man. All right. So it says that's 32 countries bullied, threatened, or sanctioned in one day, counting the 28 EU members.
I got a few seconds.
All right. Go ahead.
All right, Con. This is Psalm chapter 10, in verse 6. He hath said in his heart, I'll start at 5, so I can. So Psalm chapter 10, verse 5. His ways are always grievous. Thy judgments are far above out of his sight. As for all his enemies, he puffeth at them. So that's exactly what the brother's bringing out. All these countries that the title of the article is, that he's basically puffing at. Like what you're gonna do, like being a bully, being a police of the earth, because he again, the wicked is an authority, but because of his pride, he continues to do these things and not consider that end that these nations are gonna get tired of it, of being bullied and come up against America, so-called America. This is verse 6. He said, he has said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity. And that's why he makes the moves that he does, because he really thinks in his heart that he's never going to be in trouble. He never thinks he's going to have to be regarded for the things he has done in the past, that's going on right now, and the shit he's going to be doing in the near future.
Scripture say his thoughts is that his heart is that his house shall continue.
Yeah, he really thinks this nation is going to be forever. He thinks New World Order is going to be fulfilled and all that.
Yeah, and if I may say something too, it's beautiful what you said. That's why Esau Edom think he can do anything he want to. All right, because he's the head.
Yeah.
So it's like, who gonna judge me? Yeah, I did this, but who gonna take me up? I run. I run a Supreme Court. I'm ahead, but what the judges of judges is coming, man. Yeah. All right, it's Yahweh Shai. So that's who's gonna judge you. Yeah. All right, because Esau is above. Yeah, Esau's above the judgment on this earth. He's above any judgment, man.
Job 9:24.
Yeah, exactly. Why? Because the earth was given unto him. So Esau Edom is above any judgment, man. So why Yahweh Shai, the ultimate judge, is going to have to come down and lay forth that judgment upon Esau Edom. Because technically nobody can check Esau Edom. Which is why he do what he does. Yeah.
Okay. Got a quick precept. You had quoted it real quick. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 15. It says, that which hath been is now, and that which is to be hath already been, and the Most High required that which is past. For the things that Esau has done and he's doing currently right now, the Most High is going to require in that day, man. So even though, because he does have the rulership, and that's why Esau gets away with everything that he does, because the earth is given unto him, but that which is being done, all right, and that which has been done, the Most High is going to require when he comes back, man. Because they're like the scriptures say, though, judgment isn't executed speedily. If I'm roughly paraphrasing, Esau thinks that he's getting away with this stuff, man. And he's he pushing that spirit on our people too. But Esau, he continues to do all these things because he sees, oh well, shit. I put my toe in the water and it really wasn't hot. That means I can just go ahead and keep getting in more and more and more, and it's gonna come a time when the Most High is getting ready to turn up this heat, man, and it's gonna burn Esau's ass right up, man. All right.
I got something real quick for you, bro. This is Habakkuk chapter 1, verse 4. It says, therefore the law is slacked, and judgment doeth never go forth, for the wicked doth compass about the righteous. Therefore, wrong judgment proceeded. So constantly, every day, wrong judgment go out, man. Constantly, and that's why these other nations are furious, man. Here it is, you going across these other nations and taking their you removing their judge, that mayor, that of that city of that country, all right, and setting up your own democracy, man. You think these other nations, just gonna keep bowing down to that? No, Joel 2 chapter say, let the weak say I'm strong, man. So nations is upset because you constantly proceeding wrong judgment, man. You constantly spreading forth your lies, man.
Bullshit.
All right. And after a while, that shit just get tiring, man.
I got a quick precept.
Go ahead, bro.
Come. This is Psalms chapter 55, verse 21. It says, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords.
And those ultimatums.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Right? That's in the form of an ultimatum.
Yep.
Oh, hey, either you do this, that's smooth words. You do this, but what? They draw a sword. Huh?
Yep.
Say it again.
I said, but they putting tariffs.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, ultimatums. Hey, you do this. Hey, you this is gonna happen to you. You know, them smooth words.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
but they drawing swords like pretty much.
Yeah.
Hey,
Like, if you don't do it, it's consequences.
Yeah, it's consequences. And those are smooth words.
Yeah,
Hey, that's
yeah.
beautiful precept.
Yeah,
Hey, and even if you know, even with on another aspect of that too, when he says, "Hey, if you go along, if you sign a new agreement with me, you know, everything will be cool." But then you go ahead and sign that agreement, and that's just that makes it worse, man. That makes things worse for your people. And look at the things that is happening now to the you so-called Americans, man. Now your people are starting to get hit with these tariffs, man, because these damn devils, they don't give a damn about you people, man. All right, all right. And ultimately, when you go to war, you don't care about the bits and pieces of people that get killed here and there, man. Your whole main objective is to win the war. You don't care who has to die or who you have to kill. Your main objective is to win the war. And when these countries, when America is putting sanctions on these other countries, that is a form of financial warfare.
Kind
You know? And these financial warfare tactics that Donald Trump is doing is also affecting you Americans, man. All right. So though it sounds good to you, like, oh, we're getting people on our side, we're getting people to agree with us, and they're signing new deals, and it's gonna be a better deal because America's not having to pay so much. You damn idiots don't understand that you're gonna have to pay for it now. You know, along with these other countries, man. These other countries are going to pay for it because they're not getting the business as usual. Okay, but a business is not a one-way street, man. All right, a business is a two-way street. You got to give to receive, man. So if another nation is suffering, another company is you're the person that you're selling to is suffering. That means your ass is going to suffer because they're not buying or they're not purchasing or they're not selling to you as much as they would have if shit wasn't going bad for them, man. You know? So that's another way that his words were smoother than butter, but in his heart was war because ultimately Esau, Edom, is that red horse, man. All he's bringing along with him is death, man. All right, and everything that Esau touches comes to naught. All right, it's been proven throughout history that all the kingdoms that Esau ruled, they came to naught because of his way of ruling, man.
Hey, another thing on his mouth is smooth and words are smooth and butter. Here it is. You know, Donald Trump's talking all this shit, but ultimately, when he say I'm gonna put 25% tariffs on this country, bro, really what he's doing is he crashing the dollar, bro. You know, that's really what he's doing. He collapsing the dollar because when you put 25% tariffs on the goods, the dollar loses 25% of its buying power. You know, so what he's doing is devaluing the dollar. You know, but to them, he think, oh, I'm doing this. This is a power move. That's how people look at. Oh, this is a power move. He's putting 25% tariffs. But ultimately, what he's doing is calling a devaluation of the dollar, man, because it loses 25% of its buying power. Now you gotta buy. You know, you gotta use more money to buy the same products. All right, which is inflation. He's destroying the dollar. All right, and you people don't see it. Okay? You have some?
No, I was just gonna say that because that's their plan. You know, they want to crash.
Yeah, they want to crash.
That's why it's so blatantly obvious. You know,
Yeah.
It's like a suicide mission what this man is doing.
Yeah.
You know, obviously he's just the president. He's the face of the company, corporate states of America. You know, he's doing that because they want to usher in this new currency, which is going to be
RFID chip.
Exactly.
All right.
Hey, but real quick, if I may say this, you know, right now the U.S. dollar is still stronger than a motherfucker though.
Kind of.
Because these other nations, if the U.S. dollar wasn't as strong as it is right now, these other nations would have been rolled on America. Russia would have been made its move. China would have been made its move. All these other nations would have been made their moves if the U.S. dollar wasn't still as strong as it is. It's slowly dwindling, but the dollar is still strong, which is why the U.S. dollar is still the majority currency being used in the oil company, which is, you know, the oil industry. You know, which is the most lucrative industry there is in the whole planet Earth. You know,
the U.S. dollar is still
kind of, but like
and the oil company, which is, you know, the oil industry, you know, which is the most lucrative industry there is in the whole planet Earth. You know, how the U.S. dollar is still But like and the oil company, which is the oil industry, which is like the most lucrative industry there is in the whole planet Earth. Because the U.S. dollar still, but and the oil company, which is the oil industry.
Hey,
Yo, Mike, is that you, bro?
Salaki, I see you. You still on mute, so you're just coming through Ariel's screen.
Oh, it's the echo. Oh, yeah, I'm like that's.
That was me. I had it playing loud. That was my fault.
Oh, okay.
Turned it
didn't
off.
sound like you, but okay.
Y'all about to smell something about the top, brother.
Hey, Shalom, Akim, Yabashim, Shapakatum.
Kind of. Hey, but like the brother was saying, the point is that the U.S. dollar is still in a sewage system, so to say, still flowing through their system.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's why
it's slowly flowing down.
Yeah, but that's why they can't really make moves because it's still within. They still connected to. They still got ties in.
Yeah, that turd's still floating at the top of the toilet.
Yeah, until they completely flush it out the system. Hey, but I'm gonna back you up real quick because when the U.S. dollar falls, it's not only gonna hurt the U.S., bro. It's gonna hurt everybody.
Global,
because it's a standard,
Just like just back in this financial crisis that we just had back in what was it, to 2005 through 2009, 10. There was a global recession because the U.S. economy went down. So that's just a prime example, and that's not even compared to what's going to happen here in these last days, man. When this economy really crashes, when the doors are going to be shut here in America, man.
I got a quick precept, real quick, what the brother just said about how the other nations are going to be hurt as well. This is Revelation 18:9.
Yep.
And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and live deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning.
And see, right now, these other nations, they're not lamenting. They're not mourning because they're losing their business with America, man. But in that day, because like we've been saying, the U.S. dollar is still strong. These people are still doing business with America. Not as maybe they might have been doing business with America the last few decades, but they're still doing business with America. America is still a majority export company. I say company because it really is, but country, man. And so when this country actually collapses, all right, when it gets completely brought down, like the brother Kanakala just said, man, it's going to affect all these nations. It's going to be a global recession, and all these companies, all these countries, still companies, they're all corporations, they're going to get brought down, man, and they're going to hurt. They're going to be hurt. All right, like the elder Ariella says, man, they're going to be hurt than a hoe, man.
Okay, I got keep going on that. I got a couple more.
Okay.
It's verse of Revelation 18:10, standing far off for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come, and the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise anymore.
Okay.
And what's the number one merchandise is the petrodollar.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because you got to trade, you got to it's called the currency exchange. You got to exchange your money, whatever you got, so you can use the petrodollar. Like the brother was saying, there's still countries, even though the main countries are starting to dump the dollar, but you still got countries out there that they have to use the petrodollar, to stay afloat.
Let's go on Obadiah 1:7. All right, they that eat thy bread, all right, has laid a wound underneath thee. So you got countries that's looking to undermine America, looking to destroy America, looking to deviate from the petrodollar, but they still have to use the dollar day to day. You know what I mean? The dollar is still a standard out there. You know what I mean? Even though, we would love to see it fall, we would love to see it lose all its buying power. But the reality is, the truth is, it's still the standard, man. All right? It still holds power, all right, within the nations, because the nations are so heavily vexed with it. And that's that wine, right? That's that wine. Esau, Edom deceived the whole nations into thinking that paper was worth something. That's that wine, like, you know, and the scriptures speak about the deceitful weights, man. It's in the house of the wicked. That's in Micah. If somebody can find that, Bible shop, you know. So that's that wine. The nation have drunken the wine, and the nations are mad, man. All right. So you know, we as much as we like to see the dollar lose its value and just completely crash, it's still a standard, and it's still powerful, man. All right, which is like the brother said, which is why those countries ain't just being reckless and just doing what the hell they want to do. You know, they still have to use.
All these different countries, like all these so-called third world countries, you know, a dollar goes a long way over there. You know, you send someone $10 in the Philippines, and that shit lasts them, you know, all week. You know, it still holds weight in the world, although as you can see, it is crashing, and it's on its last leg, so to speak. But as of right now, you know, today it's still the standard of the world. So you know, people are still going to invest in it. Still, people are still going to want to have it in their economy. So it's just a waiting process right now, you know.
Con, we got a precept. Go ahead.
Con, this is Micah chapter 6, verse 10. It says, "Are they yet the treasures of wickedness in the house of the wicked? In the scant measure that is abominable?"
Because a dollar is originally a measuring tool, right? A dollar, that's a measuring system. What it measured the amount of gold. All right, you go there and get them a certain amount of gold, and they'll give you the equivalent of dollars back to it. And then back then, the day before Nixon removed the gold currency,
right.
all right, you'll be able to go there with a certain amount of dollars and you'll be able to exchange it for the equivalent amount of gold. All right, so those are scant measures. All right, you pretty much being bamboozled. All right, you giving in real currency for a paper that is absolutely worth nothing, man. That's unlawful. All right, that's wicked. Go ahead.
Verse 11. "Shall I count them pure with the wicked balances?"
And a balance. All right. Once again, that measuring system. It's a measurement. Dollars of a measurement system. Go ahead.
"And with the bag of deceitful weights."
And that's that bag of deceitful weights. It's deceitful. All right, because it ain't worth nothing. It used to be worth something, but it ain't worth nothing. All right, so it's deceitful. You really think you got something like that's like somebody talk your ass into buying something like, yo, this is worth a lot of money, and then he boosts your head up into thinking like, yeah, all right, well, I'm investing this. Kind of find out you go to the pawn shop and get ready to sell it and get rid of it because you don't want it no more, and you're like, oh, well, this ain't worth nothing. But you pissed off at the dude because he talked you into telling you that, yo, this actually worth something. So that's what they did with the U.S. dollar. They deceived the masses into thinking that U.S. dollar, that paper, is actually worth something. And it's like quotes out there about it. Like that's the power, like to actually convince the masses of people to think that the dollar, all right, is worth something. All right. So it's a credit-based system. It's only worth something if people believe it, man. That's it.
I got a quick precept. I got a quick
Go
precept.
ahead,
This is I'm gonna get to the point. This is Isaiah chapter 14, verse 12. It says, "How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations?" Man, and in America, they weakened the nations by forcing them into doing business with the petrodollar, man, and they had no other options. You know,
kind of. Hey, especially when they dropped that bomb on Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Yo, we gonna use this dollar. Hey, this gonna be the new system, the new currency, petrodollar. What you think the nation's gonna do?
Yeah,
They gonna use it, man. All right, out of fear. You know, they're just gonna go with the flow. You know.
It's a little bit. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Forgive me. Forgive me. Sloppy. This is Micah chapter 6, verse 12. It says, "For the rich men thereof are full of violence."
Ooh, and get that in James 5. Baba Bashar, the rich man. How are you rich man? All right, if somebody can get that. All right, read it again, Baba Bashar.
This is Micah chapter 6, verse 12. And it reads, "For the rich men thereof are full of violence."
And they are. The rich men are full of violence, man. All right. These elite banking families, all right, you got these people that will fund both sides of the war, all right, because that's what's happening right now. You got elites funding this third world war getting ready to kick off, known as in the scriptures is Armageddon. All right, go ahead.
Kind. It says, and the inhabitants thereof have spoken lies, and their tongue is deceitful in their mouth. Therefore also will I make thee sick and smiting thee, and making thee desolate because of thy sins.
All right. Because hey, that's wicked, man. When you know, when you go into the scriptures, when you go into the payments, all right, it was gold and silver, real currency, man. Not no damn paper, all right. And when you when somebody did some work for you, you paid them that same day, all right. It wasn't no weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly pay, man. All right, you got your money that same day for your work, and you got real money, all right. Go ahead and get that in James, bro.
Yeah. This is James chapter 5, verse 1. Go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. Your riches are corrupted.
Yep, your riches are corrupted, man, and that's what the Most High is doing. So, you know, all you brothers that, because the scriptures say the kingdom of heaven is likened unto a man, all right, when he find a treasure in the field and he go to sell it, everything that he has, all right, and go purchase that field, man, all right. So if you want to use a metaphor analogy, this truth was like an investment, all right, and what you invested your time, man, all right. So a lot of these 2/3 of our people made the wrong investment, but you Akim sitting here, all right, Lord willing, we will party late. We made the right investment, man, all right, because they invested in things that's gonna fail soon. That's incorruptible crown, all right. So when you brothers put the world off and you came into this truth, okay, when you came into this truth and you put forth all your mind, your energy towards this truth, yo, that's the right investment that you made, man. So all these people that invested into this world or whatever the things they've done, invested in the stocks, or Jake always talking about he want to get money, he want to do this, he want to do that. Yo, you made the wrong investments, man. Because all that shit is finna be brought to naught. All right.
I got a quick precept to back you up on that. This is Proverbs 3:13. Happy is the man that findeth wisdom, and the man that getteth understanding. For the merchandise of it is better than the merchandise of silver, and the gain thereof than fine gold. She is more precious than rubies, and all the things thou canst desire are not to be compared unto her.
And that's the wisdom of it. Tell you that in Romans, I believe the 10th or 11th chapter, that real riches is the wisdom of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. That's the real riches, man. All right, you know the companies, when companies first start out, it's like a few group of men, right? And then all of a sudden it just blow up, like Facebook or whatever the shit may be. You know, it just blow up like, damn, them few guys, they actually believe in that. And then, hey, before you know it, hey, they millionaires, they billionaires. Like, damn, it just started off as just, yeah, me and my boys, you know, it started off at 10 of us. And then look, now we millionaires. And then everybody was looking at it like, man, y'all, you know, y'all wasting y'all time. That's BS. But what? They invested all they had into that little business they had, man. All right. And that's what we did with this truth, man. All right.
That's you call those innovators. You know, they had the vision. You know, they saw the success in the end. They saw the end goal. You know, that's what the men of the Lord see. They see that. They see.
I got a quick precept too.
Go ahead, Arya.
All right, this 6, verse 19, and this is Yahweh Shai speaking. It says, lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. All right, and as your brothers are saying there, you know, we don't put our what's the word I'm looking for, our basically our thought and everything into what's going on down here. We already see, we can look at the news and see that everything that was worth something out here is now becoming worthless. All right, it's becoming corrupted. Okay, and the dollar was worth, you know, that was the best thing going for a very long time, and now everybody's trying to drop the dollar. Okay. It's still worth something, you know, according to the world, but as you can see, it's getting corrupted. to a point where, there's really no point in even really investing it anymore. You're gonna lose. All right, but the treasures in heaven, this truth, this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding is what we should. It's the only thing that us. Once you find out the truth, is what you should be investing your time in. Go ahead.
And real quick, the Ariel, you brought it up again. Kanako, I said it earlier. It's not wise to invest into anything here in America right now. And this is the right investment that the men of the Lord are going to be making. All right, this is Matthew chapter 20 and verse 1. It says, "For the kingdom of heaven is like unto a man that is a householder, which went out early in the morning to hire laborers unto his vineyard. And when he had agreed with the laborers for a penny a day, he sent them into his vineyard." So when you invest into following this truth and to following the spirit of Yahweh Shimei Shai, you're agreeing with the Lord for a penny a day, man. This is penny stocks that we're investing into. This is penny stocks. This is the lowest of the lowest. All right. But guess what? Through those penny stocks, just like in the movie Wolf of Wall Street, all he did was sell penny stocks, and look how big he became, man. He became a millionaire in the movie, But just like that is in this truth, we're investing into these penny stocks, this low level, according to this world, this low level stuff that we're doing. Because people think that, the scriptures say through the foolishness of preaching, and that's what that's what our investments is to these people. They see us investing into this truth, and they see that, oh, you guys are just like bums. You don't really care about nothing. But really, what we care about is salvation, man. What we care about is the will of of the Heavenly Father, man, which is more valuable to us than it is to the people of this world, man. So that's what the men of the Lord are investing in. The men of the Lord are investing into that penny a day, while the rest of this world is preoccupied with what's happening with the world economy, which is quickly coming crashing down, man.
And the world looks at us like you said. They look at us like we a bunch of fools, like we wasting our time. They don't because they don't really see the prophecies coming to pass. They don't want to look at the prophecies coming to pass. Here it is. We'll bring it out to them, and we'll show it to them. We'll send them the article and we'll point it out and go through the scriptures with them. But they don't want to see it. They don't want to grasp what's really happening. All right. They look at everything like, oh, everything's fine. What are you talking about? I could go to the store and buy anything I want right now. I could go to the store and buy food. Ain't no famine. We talking famine. Ain't no famine out here. But they don't want to believe that that's coming out here. Matter of fact, I can get this real quick since I had it on this page. Second Ezra 16 and 21. It says, "Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case. And even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion." So they think everything's straight out here because they can go out and take part, in the commerce of this world easily, make money, spend money, but they don't understand that, because if you read on back up to verse 18, it says, "The beginning of sorrows and great mourning, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come?" All right. So it says, "Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish." Okay. These things are coming upon the earth. This is prophecy. All right. And then it goes back and it says, "Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap." And they think themselves to be in a good case. They think everything's straight out here. All right. These people who run businesses, these people who like to spend money, these people who got money, they think everything's straight. They don't see prophecy out here. Go ahead.
Well, just out here in Florida, you got these farmers out here in Florida who are getting hurt through those new U.S.-Mexico deal, man. They're out here hurting, man. You got these farmers out here. Their business, they're losing money. So now they
gotta buy the Monsanto. They gotta buy the Monsanto seed now.
All right. So now these people, the price of upkeeping these produce, these farmers upkeeping this thing, their seeds the price of the seeds are gonna go up. All right, they're gonna have to, like the brother said, they're gonna have to buy these Monsanto seeds. So either way, your health is gonna deteriorate if they go that route. But either way, regardless, these people are still thinking that they're in good case, man. Because hey, whoa, shit, man, food is the last thing that's getting affected. Prices are pretty good right now. We can afford. It's about the same cost to go out to eat, and as it is to go on a grocery shop for you can have food at the house. So these people are really thinking themselves. Just the other day I had to eat them right at my job. Tell me, oh, you gotta. He came up looking for a new boat to buy, and he was like, yeah, we gotta do something. We gotta get a new boat before this economy turns bad. He said, it's as of right now, it's still good. I said, yeah, it is still good, isn't it? But
don't get used to it. Don't get too comfortable.
Well, they're thinking themselves to be in good case.
Yeah.
There you go. Just prime example.
It's easy. It's easy to get comfortable. I mean, I just before this show, I went out and got some food earlier. I went and got some fish or whatever, and whatever the case is, easy. You just go to the store, someone cook it up. They probably caught that. Some boat probably was in the Gulf, caught the fish or whatever. It's easy. Everything is just going smooth. Everything is just smooth out here. That's why when the Lord said that, this is the beginning of sorrows. The beginning of sorrows it's actually starting. You go down like you was going into Venezuela and all that. They already see the beginning of sorrow. They're already into Jacob's trouble. Okay, but when that happens here in Babylon, hey man, all these people who have been living with a silver spoon in their mouth and everybody who's been taking everything for granted, they're going to be the first ones to go crazy. They're going to be the first ones to die. And Lord willing, the men of the Lord will be straight. Of course, the men of the Lord will be straight. Not Lord willing, they will be, whoever they may be. All right, but those out there in this world, bro, their money's not going to save them. You're not going to be able to pay off the martial law troops with money, with dollars. Okay, dollars are going to be worthless. Okay, you're not going to be able to pay off anybody out here. You're not going to be able to use money to buy bread. Okay, because hyperinflation is going to finally take place, and bread is going to cost damn near $80. For a loaf of bread. I'm being generous with that. But go ahead.
Okay. So, I got a quick precept real quick. This is Romans 11, verse 33. O depth of the riches, both of the wisdom and knowledge of the Most High. How unsearchable are his judgments and his ways past finding out. So, O depth of the riches, both of wisdom and the knowledge of the Most High. So that's the depth of riches, man. All right, and as the scriptures say, all things were written aforetime for our learning. Solomon was the greatest example of that. Of true riches is the knowledge of the Most High and His judgments, man. All right, and that's what we labor in. That's what we invested our time in, man. Okay, as we can see this current world, like at one point in time, whoever came up with bottled water, like why the hell would you sell bottled water? You know what I mean? Like that's not gonna make money now. Bottled water is like a commodity. Like everybody knows about bottled water now. But at first it's like, why would you invest in bottled water?
It's funny if I may cut you real quick. Because it's funny back in that's a fairly new thing. Like the bottled water, specifically in the plastic bottles. Because they used to they kind of started the bottled water in the early '80s in glass bottles, and then they moved over to plastic bottles, and it just took off. Whoever thought of that, they made a killing with it. Like you said, it just kind of took off, and now here we are today. Go ahead.
So we made the right investments, man. All right, which is just true, because as we can clearly see, all right, the end of this world is happening, man. The end of the U.S. dollar, the end of the petrodollar. All right, we can see all things are coming onto an end, man. All right, and we're them group of people that invested in that small little stock or that small little business, and then we gonna be trillion. I can't even put a number system on. We gonna be above trillionaires, billionaires, man. All right, we gonna be rulers of galaxies. All right, immortal. Go ahead, Art.
Yeah. 1 second. I'm gonna get something real quick. Because you just said that.
Okay. Hey, real quick, if I could bring a precept real quick. Shalom, brothers. Because I don't know if these Shalom. I don't know if these precepts came out real quick, but the brother was going into about the riches. All right, real quick. This is Isaiah 33:6. And wisdom and knowledge should be the stability of that time and strength of salvation. The fear of Yahweh is his treasure. All right. And One more real quick one. Isaiah 13:12. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even more precious than Ophir. So this knowledge and understanding is going to be way more valuable than anything that you can find on this here earth, man. All right, because it's going to sustain us and get us through these times that we're coming through to wind up the how do I say end up at the other end of the fight, man. Everybody else is going to perish here with their riches, man. All right, I just wanted to add that in case of those scriptures didn't come out.
Hey, yeah, that's beautiful, bro. Because what like you said, when you brought out wisdom, knowledge should be the stability. All right, and the fear of the Lord is the treasure. Okay, and that's the treasure right there. And basically, by fearing the Lord, how do you show you fear the Lord? You fear the Lord by basically separating yourself from this world and doing what the Lord asked you to do. And I'll get this one real quick. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 19, verse 29. It says, "And everyone that hath forsaken houses, or brethren, or sisters, or father, or mother, or wife, or children, or lands, for my name's sake, shall receive an hundredfold, and shall inherit everlasting life." You can't put a dollar amount on everlasting life, immortality. Okay, it says an hundredfold, but a hundredfold compared to what we have right now is still innumerable. You can't really. It's way beyond our understanding, our comprehension. The Lord is going to deal with His servants in a manner that we can't even fathom. That's true riches. But the reason why brothers are doing this, making these videos and going on the highways and byways, looking like fools, looking like damn fools, according to this world, is because we're putting spiritual money into our spiritual so-called 401k, what you want to call it, that's the spirit. The Lord understands everything we've done, and He's not going to forget our labor of love. Okay, anything we've done for the Spirit, through the Spirit, the Lord's not going to forget that, and that's going right into that spiritual bank account. And if you give up everything in this world, guess what? The Lord's going to pay you back in hundredfold, bro.
Hey, I got you. Let me back you up real quick. Bible shop. Spirit changed up. So Matthew 19, verse 27. Then answered Peter and said unto him, Behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee. What shall we have therefore? Yahushua said unto them, Verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, ye also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. And everyone that have forsaken houses, or brethren, or sisters, or father, or mother, or wife, or children, or lands, for my name's sake, shall receive 100-fold, and shall inherit everlasting life. But many that are first shall be last, and the last shall be first.
Many that are first shall be last. So the ones that are first in this world right now, the ones that are first in this world right now, those Iron days, those bagel boys. Okay, I don't want to say who they are because this place they'll shut us down. But the bagel boys, man, they're the first in this world. The ones that run the Diamond District. Okay, the one that were in Hollywood. Okay,
and that goes all the way back. Real quick, that goes all the way back to when Jacob and Esau was born, because Esau came out first. He's the first.
First, it goes all the way back to that, because the first shall be last, and that's the prophecy too. Okay, because the elder shall serve the younger. It's all prophecy. Okay, so it ain't. We have nothing to really worry about because it's already have been written. So the first shall be last, the last will be first. And the last is Jacob. Okay,
he got his kingdom first.
Hey, he cried for it. The Lord gave him something. He cried like a little punk for it, and the Lord gave it to him. He gave him a little something. Okay, and we're still in it. We're in the tail end of that kingdom, the reign of this kingdom. All right, the end of an age, so to speak. And when this age is over, like it says, the second branch is 8 and 1. And anybody want to get it? This world here, this is for this world that we're living in is for the majority of the world. Okay, for the majority of people out here living, this is for them. All right, but there's something much more special that's about to come, which is only for a select group of people, and that's that few that is talking about in Matthew 19. That few, the elect of Israel. All right, ultimately all of Israel, but specifically the elect of Israel, which will be that ruling class. All right.
Got it. Hey, what you wanted in the second Ezra's up?
8 and 1.
8 and 1, I got you. This is Second Ezra, chapter 8, verse 1. And it reads, Lucky. And he answered me, saying, the Most High hath made this world for many, but the world to come for few.
This world is made for everybody. All right. This world here is, and when we say world, we're talking about this current system, this age. All right. This is for the majority of the people out here. They can enjoy it. Okay. They can hoot and holler, have a great old time out here, make money, spend money, sleep with women, sleep with men, whatever fuckers are into nowadays. Okay. Do whatever you want. Do whatever you want to do. You can do whatever you want to do out here. You can do anything you want. Do as thou wilt. No, there's no consequences. There's no repercussions. Enjoy. Have a field day. But the world to come, because that, if you want to do that, there is a consequence and there is repercussions. Okay, and that's severe judgment from Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. So if you can shut off the temptations of this world, well, guess what? You know, the Lord's gonna give you a world which is gonna be basically ruling over the rest of the people who didn't want to give this world up. You get the rule over everybody else because you gave up the world. Okay, you gave up. You gave up being a thief, being a fornicator and a adulterer and all that. You gave all that shit up. Okay, for what? To serve the Lord out of fear. The treasure. That's the treasure. Fear the Lord. Go ahead, Akim.
I got a quick precept because you were talking about how all these things that these people do, you know, in this world, being homosexuals and, you know, investing into this world, really, you know, investing their time and livelihood into this world while, you know, we're being outside of that. This is Isaiah chapter 19, verse 14. It says, the Lord hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit. So everything that these people are doing, all right, because of that perverse spirit that they have in it, is failing, man. You know, and we see that. You know, we see the things that these people do on a lower level. You know, these American citizens, the things that they do is starting to fail them, man. These people are falling into sexually transmitted diseases. You know, they're going out to these clubs and they're getting shot up. You know, they're going out to these carnival cruises and they're getting quarantined. You know, and on a higher level, you got these elites or these presidents and governors trying to pass these. Really, is the president trying to pass these sanctions, and it's failing them. You know, it's failing them because it's hurting the American people, and it's slowly bringing this. Well, really quickly, it's quickly bringing down the status of America, man. You know, it's utterly bringing them down, man. And it's like I said, as a drunken man staggered to his vomit, man. The Most High is completely making a mockery of these people, and he's making them vomit all this stuff up that they've been doing, and he's making them fall right back into that vomit, man.
Okay, and it's all because of greed, you know. Thanks to the Edomites, you know, they're the ones that have pushed out this vibration on the earth. Real quick, this is 1 Timothy 6:7. For we brought nothing into the world. So, like, for we brought nothing into this world, and it is certain we can carry nothing out. And having food and raiment, let us be therewith content. But they that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare, and into many foolish and hurtful lusts, which drown men in destruction and perdition. So, see, that's what happens. You take a look at this. The people are people that claim to have made it in the society, and you see that they're the final end of them, you know, is just destruction and perdition. You know, they end up being bugged out, you know, end up penniless, you know, at the end of the day, demonized, all kind of things, because what they were. Well, here, verse 10 says, "For the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows." You know, so chasing after that bag, or what do they call it, clout chasing, and they out there clout,
ESV type of
and
bag.
they end up getting put underfoot under the devil himself, because the lust. You know, and, you know, Jake was in the world, so we all know. You know, Jake always looking for the next come up, man. He always looking to where he can double his money, flip his money, and whatnot. And then you end up, you know, going through tribulation. You end up getting going through sorrows, or your boy end up stabbing you in the back. Look what happened with what is this dude from the Red Sox?
Oh yeah, Poppy.
Yeah, he ended up getting shot, man, and it was over money. Some nigga got contracted for $8,000 to go kill the nigga, and look, it was the for the love of money. He would have killed that man for $8. Hell,
Mm-hmm.
you
Now
know
he got caught.
that's our
Yeah, he
people.
got caught. Now he's got to serve the rest of his life in jail because of that. Cloud chasing. Yeah.
Hey, I got a precept for you, brothers.
Okay.
This is Mark 8, verse 34. And when he called the people, all right, now this is before Yahushua is gonna be offered up to was gonna be offered up, and he told Peter, get this behind me, Satan, so it's Mark 8, verse 34. And we had called the people unto him with his disciples also, he said unto them, whosoever will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. For whosoever will save his life shall lose it, but whosoever shall lose his life for my sake and the gospel's, all right, the same shall save it. So whosoever shall lose his life for Yahweh's sake and the sake of the gospel, man. Imagine how many brothers lost their life for Yahweh and for the sake of the gospel. All right, whether it be something carnal, to the fact where this job it wants me to, it's required me to work Saturdays. I can't go out on Saturdays. Whether it's on a physical level or whether it's you preach this gospel, somebody heard you say it, or somebody's like you actually believe that. As far as stumbling blocks like the rape doctrine they call it, or whatever the case may be. All right, then people looking at you funny. All right, that's you losing your life. All right, for the sake of the gospel, for the sake of Yahweh Shai. All right, so I'm gonna read on. It says, for my name's sake and the gospel's sake, the same shall save it. So you're gonna be saved in these last times, man. All right, going back to the analogy of that investment. Okay, so this is the point. It says, for what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul? All right. Whosoever shall be ashamed of me and of my words in this adulterous and sinful generation, of him also shall the Son of Man be ashamed when he cometh in the glory of his Father and with the glory, and with the holy angels. All right. So you brothers have lost your life, all right, for the sake of the gospel, and like only a brother in this truth can really understand the significance of that, man. When you look at these brothers around you, like, damn, man, these brothers fighting the same fight I'm fighting. All right, these brothers pushing the same gospel I'm preaching. The scriptures say that you all be on one accord in the same mind. All right, that be no divisions among you, speaking the same thing. All right, the scriptures say eat the whole roll, man. Not picking and choosing what you're going to teach and what you're not going to teach. The bitter and the sweet of the scriptures, whether anybody be offended by what you say. That's you losing your life for the sake of the gospel, man. All right? Not saying, I'm going to teach. I'm not going to teach this because that brings forth too much controversy, man. All right? I remember brothers down the GMS, I believe it's Jamaica camp, right? Somehow, I remember few years back, Nate took his ass down there to Jamaica or something. And the brothers was there, you know what I mean? And they was pretty much, they confronted Nate and they was cutting his ass up, so to say. And you know what Nate did? Nate knew his wicked ass, exactly. His wicked ass came and said, hold on. Let me ask him a question in front of the whole congregation. He said, is it okay to rape women? All right? Is it okay to rape women? So the brothers was put on the spot in front of all the people because there was a big ass crowd around, right? And they was cutting Nate ass up to the point where that's what he had to resort to. All right? Is it okay to rape? And them brothers had to bite that bullet, so to say. The brothers had to eat that up, like, and they ain't say no. They said yes, according to the scriptures, yes. You know how them people looked at them? Like, damn, like they just said it's okay to rape women. But what? That's eating a whole roll and not being ashamed of the gospel, which is the word, which is Yahweh Shai, man. Yahweh Shai said he ain't gonna be ashamed of you. But all the people that stirring from the bitterness of the scriptures, all right, don't want to be on the forefronts, all right, out there on the highways and byways, putting your face out there, putting your lives on the line, like the brother Malcolm is saying in Chicago, putting your life on the line and risking your freedom to do so, all right? It's going to be a great reward for you, brothers, man. If ye continue in the faith, all right? It's going to be a great reward for you, man. Yahushua is looking for men. The scripture saying, David said, well, so I won't say David, but, he's speaking through the Spirit. It tell you in Psalms, the scripture say, who shall rise up for me? All right, against the workers of iniquity, against the evildoers, man. All right? So that's a heavy thing Yahushua said, man. Don't be ashamed of him in this adulterous and sinful generation, man. All right? And going and speaking on the celebrities, like, yo, they gave up, they lost everything, man. They gave up their soul for carnal riches, man. But yet for a moment. All right? The scriptures tell you by faith, Moses, all right, he was had a high office in Egypt. He forsook that sin for a season to endure afflictions with the people of the Most High, man. All right. So it's really the Lord has given us that vision that has opened up our eyes, man, and we see. All right, we see the kingdom. I remember a brother, I believe, the Gavar just made a video earlier today, man. Like you gotta actually envision, you gotta visualize Yahushua coming, man. Every brother should, have that image in their head. They can see Yahushua coming back, and you calling on, you crying because he showed up in that big ass ship, man. And you see it, you supposed to be able to vision that in your mind that's him. He gonna be coming, man. All right. And then the scriptures also say there was some that call upon his name, and he told them, "Depart from me, I know ye not, man." All right, ye workers of iniquity. Why? Because they was ashamed of the gospel. All right. They was not on the highways and byways feeding the flock. They wasn't putting forth that love, man, towards Yahushua and towards his name and for the sake of the gospel, man. All right? Because Yahushua knew in these times that, brothers are going to be persecuted for the things that we're saying. Right now we're being persecuted. Talking about, it's hate speech, supremacy, so on and so forth, man. It's going to come a time where we're going to be starting getting arrested for the things that we speak, man. But Yahushua say, if you lose your life for my name's sake and the sake of the gospel, your life shall be saved, man. All right? It's all, man.
Go ahead, brother.
I was going to say, I got a quick precept. This is Revelation 2:9. It says, I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. Just touching on what you brothers are going into, this is Yahushua speaking, saying, I know thy works and thy tribulation. So the things that we have to go through to be able to, do this here work, hey, the Lord know our troubles. The Lord know our tribulation. The Lord know all the things that we going through, and he knows our so-called, monetarily our poverty, but also the poverty of our spirit. We at the bottom of the bottom here, but what the Lord said, but thou art rich. We standing in line to be the first fruits to inherit the kingdom of heaven, man. All right. So the Lord is saying, look, I know it's tough right now. I know it's hard right now, but look, once you get through the storm, man, it's going to be sunshines and glory on the other side, man. So all you got to do is make it through this small little piece. All right. So I'm going to read it one more time. It says, Revelation 2:9, I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but the synagogue of Satan. And just touching on one more point there, the Amalekites, the so-called Jews, they're the ones that's pretty much the head tribe of Esau or Edom, and they're the ones that's in rulership, and they're the ones that setting the so-called standard on this here earth, telling everybody what's right and what's wrong. So the way they have things set up makes everybody look at us like we wrong, like when they talk about homosexuals, that's okay for them to get married. We should include them in everything. When we say, look, according to the scriptures, that's going off. All right. But then that makes everybody look at us like we wrong. Right. To go to the blasphemy of them, which say they're Jews or not. Not only that, they're the ones saying that they're the Israelites, but, and telling us we can't talk about them in anti-Semitism and things like that, the hate speech that the brothers is going into. But ultimately, this is a glorious work to be doing for the Lord. All right. We're not doing this in vain, man. The Lord is going to repay us back for all of our works, man. All right. Well, he's going to repay everybody back for all their work, some for good and some for bad, man. All right. That's all I had to say.
Hey, I got a quick. Hey, no, Ariel, you had something, right?
No, go ahead. You got it.
All right. Quick precept. Back up the brother real quick. Speaking on what the brother said. you know, as Yahushua spoke, man, you know, just hold strong, man. All right, you know, the stormy weather, you know, it can't always rain, man. You know, just looking outside when you see dark clouds gathering and start pouring down raining, you know damn well eventually it's gonna stop. You know, you had that in your mind, yeah, it's gonna stop, it's gonna clear up soon because you know it can't rain forever. All right, so same thing, like you know, compare that and it's true. It can't rain forever, man. All right, so you know, as the brother said, you know, just hold on, and then what the you know the glory and the rest and everything's gonna come, man. So I got a quick precept, real quick. This is St. John 17, verse 24. Father, I will that they also whom thou hast given me be with me where I am, that they may behold my glory, which thou hast given me, for thou lovest me before the foundations of the world. All right. O righteous Father, the world have not known thee, but I have known thee, but these have known thee that thou hast sent me. All right. So Yahweh Shai, man, pursuing the Revelations, the 5th chapter. All right, and we walk in that same path of Yahweh Shai. The scriptures say to live is Yahweh Shai, which means to suffer, but to die is gain. Okay. So we walking after that same path that Yahweh Shai took. We bearing our cross. As a brother, you know, back on the brother, you know, making a point. He said, you know, just hang tight, you know, and the rest and the glory is gonna come. All right, we suffering, you know, not to the magnitude of Yahweh Shai, but we suffering as Yahweh Shai did. All right, and what he said, I wish they was with me so they can behold my glory. What did Yahweh Shai go through? All the stuff he went through, and then what? He was glorified, man. Well, he told that malefactor, this day shalt thou be with me in paradise, man. All right. So what? That's what's gonna come. Yahweh Shai like, yo, I wish them brothers up there, them that thou hast given me, I wish they was with me so they can behold my glory, so they can see what I've received, man. All right. Yahweh Shai is up in the heavens, man. He received that kingdom in the spirit. But the scriptures say thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. So that kingdom, all right, that glory that Yahweh Shai has received up there in the spirit, because all things first begin in the spirit, then they physically manifest themselves down here. All right. So that kingdom and that glory that Yahweh Shai is getting up there, to all the angels and all the servants of the Most High praising him up there. All right. That's going to come down here on earth, man. Okay. See how Shai said that. He said, I wish that they was with me so they can behold my glory, so they can see, man. They can see what I got, man. All right. This is what you're going to get if you endure, man. All right. And if you, the scriptures say, many, all they that will live godly, all right, and Yahweh Shai shall suffer persecution, man. All right. And that's a constant thing we always putting out there. The scriptures say, therefore, comfort one another with these words, man. All right, we always comfort brothers, always making videos about enduring afflictions, man. Okay, catching hell, always exhorting one another daily, man, about enduring all these things that we go through, man. You know, it's like it's like you can't think you preaching to the choir, but hey, every brother always catching hell to the point, as 2 Peter say, and then you begin to become settled, man. All right, settled in this thing to the point that hell you catching. It ain't shit, man. It ain't even to be spoken of. Yeah. It ain't hell to you no more. Yeah. All right? You become numb to it because why? You begin to be rooted, man. That seed was sown in good ground, man. Yeah. We heard about seeds. Yeah, we heard about the seeds sown on stony ground, and and then when the sun came up and that forth compared it to the afflictions, and it scorched up, man. All right? Are you a leaf? You a branch or a root? Which one are you? A leaf is just carried away by the winds, every wave of doctrine. All right, here it is. You get offended by some of the doctrine or whatever the case may be. Or a branch, it hangs on strong for a minute, and then what? A strong enough wind can just take that branch out. Or are you a root, man? Deep within a great soil, man. All right, because if you notice, the roots are the things that receive the moisture and then therefore transfer it to the other parts of the tree. All right, the roots is the things that absorb the moisture. That's where the moisture is absorbed, which is the water, which is why the scriptures compare it to the water. All right, which is the life. The roots are the things that absorb the water and give it to the life to the rest of the tree. All right.
Hey, real quick, because wisdom, you could liken the soil that we're rooted in as wisdom. The wisdom is likened unto a woman, anyways. All right, and Jake like to call their woman like their earth. Okay, so what you plant your seed in your woman. So it's the same thing with this on a spiritual level. We've been spiritually planted, rooted, and the truth or wisdom. Okay, which is likened unto a woman. So that's something that you don't want to let go of. But if you plant it onto anything else in this world, hey, like the brother just said, if you a leaf, you're gonna get blown with the wind. If you're a branch, you're gonna get snapped. But if you're a root, you're always gonna continue to grow. Go ahead.
Kind of. I got a quick precept. This is because it's Colossians chapter 3, verse 23. It reads, and whatsoever ye do, do it heartily as to the Lord and not unto men, knowing that knowing that of the Lord ye shall receive the reward of the inheritance, for ye serve the Lord Hamashiach. So that's ultimately why we're doing this truth, to get that reward, like the brother was going into. That because we're joint heirs with the Lord, so we're going to receive the inheritance with him. All right, the same reward. Okay, and that's why we got to endure. Strive for the truth until death.
And that's the least we could do. That's the least we could do. Because it says in Romans 12:1, it says, "I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of the Most High, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto the Most High, which is your reasonable service." So that's your reasonable service.
That's the spirit.
Yeah, that's the least.
Precept, bro.
Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? Perfect precept, bro. Reasonable service.
Beautiful.
That's all I wanted to say, bro. Go ahead, man. It's lucky.
The water. Yeah, no, sure. Because that's the least we could do out here. Here it is. We out here. We got all this liberty to do anything we want. But here it is. You got to remember what the Lord did for you. The Lord actually laid His life down for us. He laid His life down for the whole nation. We should have been destroyed already. But here it is. The Lord had mercy on us by sending His Son, His only begotten Son, as that sacrificial lamb. Yeah, that sucks, bro. To have done that. I mean, it's a beautiful thing to have, but man, to have to go through what that man went through. You gotta always put yourself in his shoes. That is a tough lot that Yahweh had to go through, but he did it. And now, because of that sacrifice, guess what? We're still here, and now we have to give up our bodies the same way. All right, as a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable. All right, unto the Most High, which is your reasonable service. Okay, so what you can do, brother. Go ahead.
This is St. Matthew's chapter 19, verse. I'm gonna start verse 27. It says,
"We wrote that already. We read that."
And said unto him, speaking of Yahweh Shai, behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee. What shall we have therefore? Verse 28. And Yahweh Shai said unto them, verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, proven reincarnation, man. All right. Mm-hmm. He said regeneration to his disciples, man. What did he mean? Okay. St. Matthew's 24th chapter. It says, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, okay, of his glory, ye also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel, and everyone that have forsaken houses, or brethren, or sisters, or father, or mother, or wife, or children, or lands, for my name's sake, shall receive 100-fold, and shall inherit everlasting life. But many that are first shall be last, and the last shall be first.
Beautiful. Okay. Beautiful. You see that? So we understand that by sacrificing, the things of this world, we get to gain eternal life. Okay? Because the Lord did it, and the Lord is asking us to do it. All right? And if we do it in truth and sincerity, then guess what? The Lord is gonna bless us 100-fold. All right, you do the math. And I'll get this in Romans 12:2 now. It says, and be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of the Most High. So we're not to be conformed to the world that we living in right now, because this world is for many. All right, we're not of many, we're of the few. Okay, we want the world that's to come. The world that's to come is made for few, and only and the Lord has His elect, which is going to rule the world to come. And Lord willing, brothers are a part of that. Okay, because this world is being ruled over in wickedness. The next world, next age, is going to be ruled over in righteousness. But in order to get to that level, you have to do the will of what's acceptable unto the Most High, which is your reasonable service. The perfect will, acceptable and perfect will of the Most High. You have to do that now whilst in the flesh. Okay, it's hard. I know it's hard, brothers. But you gotta wake up, man. You gotta shed this world off, man. You gotta be strong. You gotta stop being a punk. And you gotta shed this world off. Stop being so weak. Okay, and know what's right, know what's wrong. Otherwise, when the shit hits the fan, you're gonna have to bite that bullet, a physical bullet. You're gonna have to die. All right, brothers.
Real quick, what was if y'all brothers know the precept where Paul talks about glory not for doing this work? Brothers know what that scripture is?
No, I
Say it again,
I need more words to that. Go ahead.
Yeah. What you said, real quick?
Where Paul says, "I glory not of the work that is required of me." Basically, roughly paraphrasing.
Brian, unprofitable servants.
Salaki, I don't know, brother.
I think so, Dawudah. I think that's my reasonable service.
Oh,
my necessities is laid upon me.
Yeah, I got it right here.
Woe to me if I speak not the gospel.
Speak not. Yeah, that's it.
I got it right here, brothers.
Yeah, that's it.
I got it. This is 1 Corinthians 9.
What glory do I have?
Hold on.
Yeah.
I got it, brother. Calm down. Calm down, brother. Calm down. This is 1 Corinthians 9:16. For though I preach the gospel, I have nothing to glory of, for necessity is laid upon me. Yea, woe is me. Woe is unto me if I preach not the gospel.
So like the brothers are saying, man, like the brothers are saying, this is not something that we should be, that we should glory about, being able to do. This is our necessity. This is the whole duty of man. Going back to Ecclesiastes chapter 12. This is what we're required of. Like the brother brought out. This is my reasonable service, man. This is the least thing that we could do. It, man, is go out here and preach this gospel, man. Preach the good news out onto this world, man.
It seems like this is the most we could do, but no, this is the least we could do, brothers.
Yep.
At least you got to be doing this. Well, if you're not at least doing this, then you're not doing jack.
What we can say this is that if you have that mentality that this is too much for you to do, then you just weren't meant for this, man. Because the real men of the Lord, this, like the brother just said, this is gonna be the least thing that we could do. Because you're gonna be like, man, I can't. Like Paul even said, I wish that myself was a curse, man.
Straight.
And that's the same spirit that the elect is gonna have, man. We wish that we could have been up there instead of Yahushua, man. But we know that it was all according to the plan of the Most High. But still, that's the type of mentality. Like, man, this is the least thing that we could do is go out here and preach this word onto the four corners of the earth, man. This is the least thing we could do. We don't got to be all flamboyant going to Walmart and being on top of tanks and being on bridges where the cops get calling you because people thought you was gonna commit suicide. That's just being you going above and beyond, man. We just sticking to the point, man. We sticking to the penny that the Lord has given us, and that's what we rolling with, man. And we doing the most with that penny, man.
Yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Any brothers got anything else?
Yeah, you can close it up.
Huh?
Yeah, you can go
You
ahead.
got it. Close it up.
All right. With that, we're gonna give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh. Double honors to the apostle, the great millstone that taught us his truth, and blessing all you sincere labors out there pushing his truth, and all sincerity and faith and honesty. All right, shalom, and wath love of all.
Shalom.